Laverne, 15 of family. All right. The other old business that we need to discuss. This is going to be a short meeting, isn't it? Okay. And I have no new business. Does anyone else have any new business they want to discuss?
And Laverne, I need the balance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, I skipped all that. We have the secretary's report online. If there's any changes needed, please send the information to Joanne for correction. So can we have a motion to accept the minutes?
And anybody that complains can take this job over. Just letting you know. Just letting you know, no problem. 18 years is long enough.
No, it's not. You just
Do
get.
what? Do.
We have a second, first and a second. And you just starting. 18 years is just beginning. All right, and for our treasurer's report.
Wait. Three what?
3,000.
Thing. 2 more weeks he has to have that. It's all wrapped up. You know, they can't do much with fingers. And he just looks so pitiful.
I saw that.
Okay, people,
We'll keep you straight.
You get all the dues in, you put all the dues in, right? That you got last
yes,
month.
yes,
That's all been done.
yes.
And you do need to write Paul a check for $5 because he gave you $20.
Or
Okay, I need to what?
Write Paul a check for $5 because he gave you 20 for the dues.
Oh, well, why did
You
you
gotta
do
come here
that?
and get it.
because that's what he had, and he gave it to us early.
Yeah, he had a $20 bill.
You don't come here no more. That's a $5 fee for not coming here. All in favor, say aye.
And who did that to get five?
Paul Martosio.
Yeah,
Well, when he comes, I'll give it to him, or do I need to send it in the mail?
you just give it to me. I'll see him tonight.
Okay, well, I don't.
Just wait till after the meeting and
I
write a
don't have
check.
any change in here at all.
Can you write him a check?
Yeah,
We'll do that after the meeting. You'll
yeah,
have
okay.
time.
Okay,
Okay.
just remind me again, because I will forget.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
March 29.
So let's go back to any new business. Yes.
No, not new business, I got a question.
Well, I'm gonna get to that next.
Well,
But it's about,
Okay.
what if, and I don't know how to do it, which is why I'm throwing out there. This club has a name, it's got officers and whatnot. There are other clubs around the United States who do what we do. I don't know who they are, but maybe we can contact them and say, how do you guys keep it going? How do you get more butts in the pews?
well, let me say this. The head of the New York scroll saw keeps up with my minutes. He joined us during COVID.
Yeah, he
Remember
did.
there was a Bob,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, from New York. Yeah, it's a good name. And of course, once we quit the video thing, he dropped off. But yeah, I found out he'd been following our club for years.
Yeah.
So I don't know that anybody.
We used to, when we had Saul, we had a way to contact people, but Saul was out of business anymore, so I'm not quite sure I know how to contact all.
The way we used to get members all the time was when we did
Did
demos,
demos.
like at Rockler and this and that, and the Dallas Wood Show. That's where I met you, right? Dallas Wood Show? Yeah,
I met you going out of Rockland.
Rockler, yeah. That's where we got most of
One
them.
of our new people that's not here today, that he met us at the demo.
Yeah, at the demo, that Dave.
You said, we said some time ago that we wanted more demos,
Yes,
so I guess I can actively try to get one. But
okay.
Arlington's really not interested in us,
No.
and
Hurst is not.
Hurst didn't.
I-
I don't understand that.
She said, nope. And I went again, and she
Well,
said,
we don't
nope.
carry nothing. I mean, a few saw blades is all they carry for scrollers. I mean, they got a scroll saw, but
Yeah, Woodcraft does.
You can order scroll saws from some of these places, but they don't have them in stock, right?
they don't-
Woodcraft does.
they don't do a whole bunch.
No, they carve more than they do wood, scroll
Turned.
well, actually,
and
You
turn
don't
too.
even carve that much.
no, they do more turning.
Turning,
Woodworking is what
okay.
keeps it going.
Yeah. I put in an application at Woodcraft. She said, nope, I want big, heavy guys that can pick up boxes. Okay.
Well, I guess that since everything's brought in, I guess,
They don't want knowledge, they want muscle.
well, gotta have both.
Well, look at it this way too, 20 years ago we started this, almost 20, I think it's 19. We've all aged this 19 years, and a lot of them now are dying.
And COVID stopped a lot of people,
Absolutely did it.
stopped a lot of people from
Yeah, it
coming.
did. Except, well, then why didn't they come back after COVID? That's the thing.
Some of them told me that they couldn't learn anything new, so they quit coming.
You mean mentally they couldn't learn anything new?
That we
Well,
didn't show them
See,
anything new.
we're glad to have Bobby because he always brings new stuff to us.
So ask the experts. So let's just go ahead. We had one question. So how to,
Answer one more. This book is on bookbinder.com. This book.
uh-huh.
$8.45. That includes the shipping. This is a $17.95 book, it says in that.
Can you put it this way so he can get it?
Where's the magazine come from?
That's a,
Scroll saw woodcraft.
yeah,
No, it's a,
Oh, Fox.
Fox Publishing.
they had a deal in email the other day, had a whole bunch of books for $7.99. I ordered one. All of it, but it's usually a $15 book.
Huh, I don't think I got.
I didn't
If I
see
got-
that.
They had a lot of scroll saw books in there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Carving.
I saw that email, I just haven't had a chance to go through it yet.
Yeah, I went through it and through the magazine and found what I wanted, so I ordered it.
Well, bookfinder.com has approximately 150 billion books online.
That's
Any
done.
sub-
I've already read them all.
I've read hundreds of books.
Okay, let me,
Okay, I've got it in here, I'll send,
bookbinder.com, I'm on
Book Finder.
Finder. Okay,
Shipping's like free. Wow. So as I said, this, I just looked it up, this book is $8.45, and that includes the shipping. That'd be okay.
That'd be at least half, yeah,
book
Finder,
finder,
like you're finding them.
FINDER.com, huh?
Okay, while we're just sitting here, y'all give me the places that you buy wood. Do what?
Oh, Chooch is good. Woodcraft,
Somebody
And then I went on
passed
Amazon
away
and
and I
bought
had,
some
they,
bony birch
like,
first time.
24 by 3 slabs.
Fort Worth has it again.
Fort Worth plywood.
Uh-huh.
Fort Worth plywood's a good place.
I bought it last week,
They changed their mind.
yeah.
The guy that knew I.
I have down the street from me, off of Perry Hines.
So I got
I'm
more.
sorry for something. Hardwood lumber on Goodnight is the street,
Yeah.
10551 Goodnight. They bend over backwards to help me when I want wood. They'll cut it, slice it, dice it, whatever you want. They've got stacks of stuff.
What's the address?
10551 Goodnight
Goodnight Drive
Lane, Irving, or?
Lane.
It's where all the fabric stores used to be.
Oh, okay, over in Perth.
You talked about
Harry
it
Hines.
before.
Okay,
I've,
This one in, what is it, Robinson's in Fort Worth?
yeah, yeah, Barney Robinson's,
yeah, I want that, what he's talking about.
okay,
phone number?
Hang on, she's getting it.
okay.
Phone number.
72869-1230.
Okay.
And that's down the street from you?
It's a all-day affair if I go over there.
Yeah, me too. It's over by Harry Hines,
Hines, near 30.
Perth, over there by Perth, and Perth's where all the fabric is. Yeah, Okoosh. They're very good too.
Yes, reasonable prices.
Do what?
They're reasonable prices. Okoosh.
Yeah, I've got, okay.
Yes, it's online. And they have fairly.
I got a phase wood shop.
Who?
She's kind enough to give me, I go phase wood shop.
Oh,
The few times I actually cut.
I have a little bit of wood, don't I? Just a little.
Have, like a half a sheet at your house.
Yes, you do.
did you finish using up that, wood we got out of the dumpster that day?
Some of it I'm still using.
Are you kidding me? I'd come steal it from you.
I'm sorry, what dumpster?
There was a place when we first started this that a man stood up the first day and said, well, I have a lumber company or whatever in Arlington, which was right down the street from where we started. So Clark and I, after the meeting, went down to this, and it was like, this is the wildest thing we've ever seen. It was exotic, da-da-da-da-da. So we bought from them for a couple of years. Well, one day, Laverne and Faye and I were going out on a trip, and I was going to show them where I bought wood. And we went there. Well, they were out of business, but these older men said they had the space now, and we told them what we were doing and laughing. And you have to realize it was snow on the street that day, but we were out looking for wood. Anyway, so they laughed and they looked at each other and said, didn't we just take mahogany doors out of this building? And didn't we just throw them in the dumpster yesterday?
Wow.
And they crawled in the dumpster and got 4 or 5 doors. I used all mine.
Dumpster divas.
Yes, it was, but it was so funny. I know these men, they were like, okay, maybe we need to get them out of here. There's ice on the street. But they were so nice. Boy, they crawled in there and they got that wood and handed it
And
to
we
us.
went to that one lumber yard where I got over in the dumpster and was throwing it out to you. Remember that? I crawled
Where
up
was
in
that?
the dumpster and
Was
get,
that Sweeney's? I don't know.
yeah, they had a whole bunch of wood in there.
One who did dumpsters.
No, and I do it at the mall too.
At the mall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
You
yeah,
ever
there-
go to that cabinet shop on Precinct over there by Walmart?
precinct.
Dumpster dive over there. You don't mind.
Cabinet shop on precinct?
Yeah, it's up there, right there where Kroger's and Walmart is, on Davis and Precinct. I mean, not Davis, but North Tarrant and Precinct.
On the southeast,
Oh, it's north.
kind of behind the school there.
Yeah. You know where North Tarrant is?
Mm.
And Precinct. Well, just goes south on Precinct, maybe 50 yards.
I remember, yes, yeah,
The cabin's fine.
cabinet place there. I went in there a couple of times. They weren't particularly friendly, so I didn't go back.
What'd you do to them?
I just asked them if they had junk wood they wanted to get rid of. He said no.
What you need to do is ask her if you can dumpster dive. Because there's no speed.
Well, he wasn't, he wanted me out of there, so I did.
I know, at the show that we go to in North Richmond Hills, some guy had a whole bunch of cross pieces. I go over there and they tell me just take whatever I want out of the dumpster, so, you know, you just do little pieces, make crosses and stuff, so.
That's what I was after, and he wasn't wanting me in there, so. You know, women don't do stuff
Yeah,
like that.
sometimes we women don't exactly. But
women
now I
don't
have a
do
guy that
stuff.
calls me from down the street. Let me think. What his name? Williams. I'll think of his name. Something Green is his last name. Anyway, and he was the one that came to our wood show one time and won the Intarsia group. Eddie didn't win, and he should have won, but he'd put some wood burning on his Intarsia, and whoever the judge was said, no, 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 even though it was on the pattern. And so this guy, right down the street from me, and he'll call me and say, hey, there's a dumpster down here that has all of this wood in it. You ought to go down there and dig through that. I thought, oh my word. If I take more wood home, Kenneth would kill me.
If I take more wood home, I've gotta build a new shed.
Let me think.
Room to do that, do you?
Nope. That's why I haven't done it. I need
Okay.
a new house, bigger yacht.
Okay, does anybody go to Sweeney's on 183?
I've been there.
I know where it is, but I haven't been there.
Yeah, I've been there.
Well,
yeah.
the problem with it is you have to have 50, or it used to be, you had to have $50 limit, because they're really wanting to sell
Yeah.
big time to
Yeah.
cabinet makers and
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And if you go in and look at their wood is in bins, and
Yeah.
you can only go like 3 layers down.
Yeah.
You can't just keep pulling it out. They're not in pallets, they're in bins. So I quit going there.
Yeah.
Nice people, but, you know, Barney's, Robinson's was so much easier.
I went over to Fort Worth Plywood one time to get some plywood, and they had, I mean, a huge big old pallet of wood that was on sale that somebody ordered and didn't want.
Yeah. I go to Fort Worth Plywood on a regular basis.
But you don't, think of plywood, but they do have wood.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They have very nice wood, and they have very nice salesmen too.
Yeah, they are very accommodating.
Yes, they
Very
are.
nice.
They are.
They won't cut your plywood anymore. You gotta wait till the next day.
Oh,
You
and come
do
back.
you call, okay,
I take my little battery powered saw.
Do it yourself.
so
That's where
do
it'll fit
you,
the car.
do you call and order the wood and then they tell you when to come pick it up?
Usually, I just go over there.
Well, I mean, for the, if they cut it for you.
Oh,
You
I
have
haven't-
people cut your, so do you call and then,
No, no, when we went over, we just waited and they cut it right there for us.
They don't do, how long ago was that?
Oh, gosh,
yeah,
Been
me.
a while, because
yes,
last 2 or 3
it's
years,
better,
they
yeah.
haven't.
Do they move to the new shop?
They did cut it, but
They cut it in.
Kenneth drove in the wrong way into the warehouse. They chewed his ass.
Yeah,
Well, I have found them to be very accommodating. Anytime I went over there, they did exactly what I wanted them to do.
Back to locations, has anybody done business with Leroy Jordan Lumber Company?
never heard of them.
Right down the street, been there forever.
What is the address?
I didn't have the address, I got a phone number, Leroy Jordan Lumber, and it's a big place.
Okay,
Their phone number is 214-357-7317. I get my redwood there,
You get your what?
Redwood.
red,
Oh, okay.
214-357-7317, Leroy Jordan Lumber.
And there's a nice place up in Denton I used to go to, but I haven't been there in very long time.
Say lumber.
well, I was just talking, I didn't know, I was gonna go there.
Bobby, where do you get your wood, because you saw all the time?
Well, I buy a lot from Ochuch, you know,
Yeah.
it's already ready to go, but
Yep.
sometimes people give me some.
I haven't bought wood forever.
Yeah, I haven't been down to,
In Dallas.
down there to Barney Robinson's for several years. I still got some wood from them. I still got 1 or 2 pieces from when you had, I mean, I got, when I die, my kids are gonna have, their kids will probably have wood.
Well, you know, my daughter came into my shop, and of course Kenneth has a shop right behind mine, and it's full real heavy equipment. And Stacy reminded me when she was little, stomped her foot and looked around and said, "I will not clean this up when y'all have to move out." And then she ran out to the car and got her phone and started taking pictures, and she sent it to my son and said, "This is gonna be your job. You never come up here. This is gonna be your job." Da, da, da. Well, of course, Tim passed away, and so she went, "He did that on purpose." So, okay, let me think, there was something else. Blades. What are y'all's favorite blades?
Sharp ones.
You know, I've started using that geometric
Yes.
Pegasus.
and a number 3. I can cut almost anything with a 3. A 5, not so much of the geometric. Do you find that to be true? Why?
Yeah, I have no idea, but
They're not nearly as sharp.
Yeah, these are clean cuts.
They are.
I get mine from Seiko.
So do I.
Their prices, huh?
3 and 5.
Seiko?
No,
Ba-
your Pegasus?
yeah, they're
Yeah.
Pegasus,
Yeah.
right?
Where you,
I order them from, comes out of Canada. And it's
There,
Bear, yeah.
I just get mine from Seiko. Just, I can have them the next day, you know. I usually order quite a few at a time.
Okay, but why are the number 5 not as sharp as the number 3s? Anybody got a reason?
I didn't know they weren't.
I didn't either. I use 5
I
and
cut
3s too.
I cut oak, I cut ash, everything with the number 3 now from,
They last a long
from,
time.
Is it because it's the geometric, just the,
yeah, but geometric 5 don't cut as well as the 3s do.
yeah, but that's just
Thickness
because
of the
it has-
blade. It has to be the thickness of the blade.
Yep.
I still use the blind adjustment, ultra reverse, never changed, I just got used to them. Sometimes I'll buy some precision ground if, on the bigger blades, like I said, I have to
Okay, the Dutchman, what type do you, the ultra reverse,
reverse.
is that what you said?
Yeah, you are, they put on the ultra reverse.
Does that mean the lower teeth are reversed
Yeah,
versus the upper teeth?
right.
Ultra reverse, what size did you say you like to use?
What's that?
What size did you say you'd like to use?
What sizes? Oh, I go 9, 7, 5, 3. I use all of them. Depends on what I'm doing.
Me too.
And
Usually
also-
it's a 5 or 7 I use most.
It also depends on the thickness of the wood too, right?
Right, depends on the wood and the thickness, you know.
And how
I mean,
deep-
if you
How
get
detailed
a piece
the
of
design?
coal from Hawaii, you'll use your biggest blades you can to cut it because it's like a rock trying to cut that stuff.
And
No.
who makes that, the ultra reverse?
Like,
What's that?
Who makes the ultra reverse?
Ultra reverse.
Ultra.
Yeah, UR. It's, that's
Fine,
like
yeah.
a UR 5 or UR 7, they call them.
what's the brand? What's the
Flying
brand?
Dutchman sells them, he said.
What's the what?
Brand,
Flying Dutchman.
Flying Dutch, that's what she was asking.
Oh, okay, I can't hear in one ear and I'm deaf in the other.
Now, what you cut up here with all those small, did you do that with a 7? or-
5 and 7s, it all depends. Yeah,
So you
mostly,
don't use the
mostly
smaller blades?
3, sometimes I'll use a 3, but not a lot.
A lot of time it depends on, to me, what size blade or whatever I use is the
Cause I stack
detail.
cut even, you know, I even stack cut like the 3 or 4 millimeter stuff, so you need a bigger blade, I mean, unless you wanna take forever to cut it, you know.
Yeah.
If it's not tearing out the back, you know, you're okay, but if it does, then you need to go smaller. you
So
know.
that's why you use those reverse tooth blades, is they don't tear out the back as much?
Yes,
No, but-
yeah.
I don't know.
Now, when I cut MDF, I use blades that only cut in one direction down.
Which are polar.
I don't remember the brand on them. You can buy them, you can even buy, I bought them over at Woodcraft store. I don't even remember what they was.
Oh,
I
they
think they're
Olson.
Pegasus, but I'm not sure.
Olson and Vegas all they carry, I think.
It must have been Pegasus over there. They're just a straight blade. I mean, there's no upcut on them, you know, all the teeth are going down.
They have both of them there.
Yeah, that's what I bought over there, because when it goes up, it catches that fabric and it makes it fray some. So you don't, you know, you just want to cut it down all the time. Plus MDF, it's easy to sand on the bottom, you know, it comes off real quick.
Do you still saw all day long?
Not no more. I get kind of tired of it, to be honest with you. Used to get off work and go out there for 2 or 3 hours. Now I'll do 2 or 3 hours and then that's it. Most of the time, yeah.
So are you retired now?
Well, I'm retired. It's just you know, I can go out there unless there's something new.
I know, yes.
If it's something new, you know, then I'm excited. But if I'm going out there and just cut to restock for a show, then it gets kind of boring, you know.
Do you have heat out there?
Yeah, heat and air, yeah. Yeah, I got a window unit, and then I have one of those propane units that I use, and it heats it up, because it's insulated.
Well, mine's in the garage and is not insulated, so I really don't cut that much in the wintertime.
Right.
It's just.
Well, you can sew in the winter. I don't do any
I
sewing.
like your ring though.
Okay, does anybody have any questions other than what we've just talked about?
We're asking the expert.
Okay, okay.
That's what we're in, ask the expert.
This is my counter that goes over my sink.
Never.
I wanna cut it in half. I know I need to sandwich it because it's plastic, okay? What blade would I use, and do I go fast, do I go slow? Laverne said to use the table saw. I don't have a table saw, so I got a switch.
Well, that would make it straight.
Well, first of all, I put tape on it.
Yeah, well, Joanne told me I needed to sandwich it between like two.
Well, the tape works,
And,
blue
you
tape.
know, but I only want half of it, I got 2 sinks, okay? I can't run water if this is on the sink, so I want to take half of it and maybe have half for a counter and half where I can access the sink. So,
You
Kind
have,
of
you
laid
have
back.
you have a scroll saw, right?
I have, that's all I have is a scroll saw. Well, I have a hand skill saw, scroll, whatever, but
But tape will work just like sandwiching
Yeah.
it, right?
Tape, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to sandwich it if you tape it.
That's
okay,
what
well, I
I
can
think.
tape it, but
What's it made of, plastic or wood?
it's plastic.
Do you have
It's like
any,
this tabletop.
do you have any thin, like plywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might try that too, just put a couple of strips on the front and back.
It doesn't have to be the full length.
But I would go slow,
Go slow.
yeah,
What blade do you use
What
on
blade?
because,
your corian?
Polar,
What
They don't,
size?
5. And Polar's the only thing that will cut corian.
but it doesn't, I was thinking about burning and getting hot.
but yeah, that's why you have to go slow and, I haven't, Faye's cut more acrylic and plastics than anybody else, I think.
Yeah.
What did you use?
PLs from Seiko. That's the blades I use. And I go slow. You have to do it, if you're doing acrylic, you do it really slow.
And it won't stick back together?
You'll burn and stick back together if you go too fast.
There is a difference in plastic.
Yes.
Some plastics do and
Yes.
some don't.
Yes.
But
I
to go
always-
slow is the one thing, but
And I tape everything. I tape the heck out of everything.
I've cut tons of acrylic. The trick is, I learned this at SMU, put your scroll on, your handheld scroll, your skill saw, put the blade in backwards. A lot of teeth, put it backwards and
I've
just
heard
cut
that.
right through it.
Yeah.
Does not fracture at all.
Well, I don't have that trouble.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But there, you found that there is different plastics in
Yes,
black,
yes.
that already been there.
Talk about a skill saw.
There is different kinds of plastic, yes. Some kind of plastic I won't put, because it just glues back together.
I see where that would make sense though.
Well, you know,
And it makes,
I
Well, I've
found
got
different,
trouble
I got one saw.
different saws
cutting plastic.
because of the way the blade
melting,
does.
falling
You could
back.
melt it too.
I couldn't do it, I couldn't do
Seriously?
the acrylic.
And I've done a couple and
No,
they,
no, no, I mean,
Maybe
melt
they'll-
back.
wood burning, do a line and melt it first.
Oh, I know what you mean.
The,
That way you have a groove.
which one is it? Hawk, the hawk. I took
That's what I would do, is melt it
piece
first.
of
And that way you have that
plastic.
groove.
The blade out of the hawk was the one on pigment.
Turn it off the record.
Anyway,
So it's the blade, so you can see how that,
it sits down, you know, you hit that plus one edge that I don't want.
well, this I was doing for earrings, you
Yeah.
know?
And so it's the same.
I mean, I took it.
What
I
did
don't want it, so much power.
But that's,
Is it a hardy?
Yeah, and
you want,
To,
you know?
I don't wanna leave it without something.
Things
I
out
mean,
of
Well, I thought that was
on
really
sheet,
all kinds.
on half of it,
Yeah.
But using the same equipment.
Well, I know they don't
That
do
taught me
that.
what me and talk about all the time, the blade.
Yeah, yes.
cut out.
You might have
Yeah.
They,
and the Delta does the same thing.
Actually, I have like a sawzall that I do for that kind of stuff.
Are we finished with Ask the Experts?
I think so.
One of those,
That is
the
unusual.
jigsaw.
Should we go on?
there's a guy in Arkansas.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially if you burn it
If I could
first.
get it straight, I mean, I'd have a bucket.
It'd be 10 or 12 pages at the same time. But now
All right, so we start the brag items.
it's-
Who's first?
Well, they can just come up and look at the others, but this is a special order.
That came out nice.
Pretty.
Oh, I love that.
I like
I
the
made one
painting
for a
it.
guy and he hung it up at work and every now and then he'll come, so-and-so and want another one, so I make another one.
And did you just do acrylic in the back?
Yeah,
And they painted that.
no, it's just some kind of spray paint,
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
whatever is in the
I
can.
don't think I wanna do it.
But then that gives you the faded look
Yep.
into the
Yeah,
colors too.
yeah, yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, back with,
That's what it's called, the rest of it's just carving stuff that I've done.
Now, do you put the dark colors down before you put the white? And then put the white on top?
I painted the blue, then I painted the white, then I painted the red, then I came back with the white one more time.
Is that an airbrush?
But I didn't, no spray can, I didn't tape anything on. I let the overspray be there.
That gives it the misty.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, this here, I made this cross, I don't know how many years ago, but it had grapes hanging on it also, and I kind of didn't like the grapes as much, so I took the grapes away and just made all leaves. This is cut out of cherry.
Whose pattern is that?
What's that?
Whose pattern is that?
It's mine.
Oh, you
Yeah,
drew it?
yeah. And then I saw an etch, if you go on Pinterest and tree-like animals or something like that, you pop in there, and I saw a sketch, and it actually had more branches on it than this one has. And and I took my pencil after I printed out and darkened the ones I wanted to do, and it took like 2.5 hours. And I said, that takes too long. So I made this one instead, and it takes about an hour. So it's a whole lot easier to cut
Yeah,
out.
but that's a little one.
I would think it'd be hard.
Even when it's big, it doesn't take as long.
Oh, so this is a different pattern?
It's a different, yeah, there's a whole, there's not even half as many.
Okay.
What blade did you use on that piece?
Yeah, probably a 5. And then I did Bigfoot
That's so good at Bigfoot, it really is.
and elk.
I like that.
And
These are
then,
your patterns?
yeah, these are my patterns, and then a pointer. And then this Dotson, which gets more attention than any of the other patterns combined. You know, I don't know how, people just love Dotsons.
Love Dotsons.
And then at Christmas time, we made these little angels, and we painted some and put fabric on some and
And you
different
say
things.
we, is your wife helping on that?
When it comes to the fabric or the
That's right,
painting, yeah. She does a lot of the painting, but nothing was painted here, but
So you have a regular business in almost everything.
probably, yeah, I do about 10 or 12 shows.
Next.
you used to go up to, Missouri to, what show was it?
No, it's in Northwest Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah, what was that?
They used to have like 10 or 12 shows at the same time in October. It's the 3rd weekend in October, and all in that area, Fayetteville, Rogers, War Eagle. It's really nice. I mean,
It's War Eagle you went to, right?
War Eagle's the best one. I put in for it last year and got it, and then I told them I didn't want to do it. It's expensive. It was like close to $900 for my booth.
Good night.
And that's for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. And then you get a room for 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You haven't made anything.
Huh?
Then you don't make anything for that.
Well, you'd have, I would probably sell $10,000 there.
10,000?
Yeah, that's probably, I'm just guessing, between $8,000 and $10,000, I would probably say. Plus, they want 10% of your sales,
Holy cow.
Ooh,
you see?
no.
So that would be another
Yeah.
$800 to $1,000 I would give them. So they would end up getting I would cost me about $3,000 to do that show,
Whoa.
you know. But people are waiting, it opens at 8, and people, rain or shine, I'm telling you, it'd be pouring down the rain, and there'll be 100 or 200 people standing outside waiting to get in. It's in big tents. They have, I forget, 6, 7 big tents. And they have, you go down this side, and there's booths on each side of you when you go down, and then you turn around, and there's a booth on each side when you go down there.
I think I
And-
wanted that once.
That's, huh?
I think we went to, we got
War
a
Eagle?
timeshare up in Missouri.
Well, this
And
is our.
We stopped up there, I can't remember, Freda or someplace like that. We stopped and spent the night and went on and went to the big craft show that they had there.
Yeah, that's one place there, that's War Eagle, and then you go and cross the bridge, there's a mill there. And then they used to have crafts there, but now they just have food there. And then just behind them is a big field, and that's called Sharps. And that's where you have all your little individual tents and stuff, people come, and there's, I don't know how many, maybe 150, 200 down there. And it's a lot cheaper to go down there, but the only thing is the weather. If it's bad, if it rains, you know, and you're in them small tents, then it's not as good.
Yeah.
But it's elbow to elbow. We went on Thursday, the first day, because that's the least busy day. And this is as fast as you walk through there when you're going, because that's as fast as you can go because somebody's in front of you. You know, I mean, it's
Goodness sakes.
a big, you know. And then they used to have one in Bella Vista. That's the one I used to do, and they don't have it no more. And then they had another one that they canceled. I know 4 of them they've canceled since we've been going to them. But,
Were they not money making is why they canceled? or
well,
why'd they
different
cancel?
reasons. But after COVID, there
And
was
I
3
know
of them that
everything
canceled after
stopped
COVID. They used to have one in a big, like a civic center type thing. They don't have it no more. They used to have one in a mall. A couple of new ones
People
came.
went up on prices as far as booths go after COVID.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them.
And
that's
some of them
probably why.
require you to have insurance now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to have $1 million liability, which costs you about $300 a year. Some of them do. I don't do those
The
shows.
Magicians Union went the same way. I paid $300 for a $1 million policy to do magic. You can't do fire and other kinds of things.
You can buy it just for one show, like $30, $40, $50, but for the whole year, it's close to $300.
Does your son still go with you when you go to the shows?
My son
Yeah.
goes to ones around here, yeah. The one up in Arkansas, my wife and I, we just go up there to shop. We go every year. And
I
we
have
end up buying stuff.
I have a
so.
friend who does crafts, and somebody asked her, they said, if you won the $1 million lottery, what would you do? She said, well, I'd do crafts shows as long as it would last.
Well, you know, you meet a lot of nice people and then
But you don't make money. You don't make money.
some of you just meet
It's
nuts.
just fun.
I know this year, even with the same show that you do there at
Trinity.
Trinity, yeah. I sold less there this past year than I'd had in a long time.
Yeah, you don't make
You
money.
know, I made money, but I didn't make like I usually
The
do.
show, right after COVID, I made good money in all the shows. People were
Everybody
ready to
did.
get out, they were ready to buy, they were there. This last year, it was about $100, $200. I don't make what Bobby does, but $100, $200 cheaper on every show than I'd done before.
I did better on some, but overall, about half of them I done less. And the other ones I either done about the same or a little more. But, you know,
You think inflation is hurting? People not buying as much?
they didn't get, I know one day they didn't have the free money from the government to spend, you know, so that's one thing, you know, they didn't have the extra money, but,
You still doing the bird bill?
what's that, bird?
Bird bill?
I didn't do it because it was outside.
Who's this stuff? Is that all
Did you?
yours? Yeah.
No?
Okay. Oh, well,
Yeah, they
there's
put it
one
outside now in the parking lot.
Whatever that box
Well,
is.
you know, you couldn't get around it. I mean, you had a little path like this, and if
And the
one's
truck
going this
has
way and
the
stops, you
purple
can't go this way.
Yeah, but you don't know what the weather's gonna be that time of year when they have it, you know? So that's the reason I didn't, I do Roanoke, And I think that's my last outdoor show. That's in the second
So you
weekend in October.
You don't have a tent or anything that you have put up yourself?
Yeah, I put up my own. I have two of
So
them.
do we have any other brag items? You haven't done yours.
I thought everybody, I didn't know. This one is just an inlay. It's, I think some people thought I did it with a scroll saw. I didn't. This was inlaid, and then the pieces are made, put in, and
You carved it?
and you rub some stuff over it so that it fills in all the gaps.
Okay.
And,
Save the sawdust.
yeah.
Turn it around, show us. Oh, that's pretty.
And the
I
camera.
thought you scrolled that. You just
Well,
carved
this wasn't scroll.
That's beautiful.
Well, actually, the pieces are cut out, but once you mark it, you can take a route down to get you a depth, and then put the pieces in, glue them, and then rub it with some kind of filler. Forgot what it was.
Did you do wood burning on it too?
No,
Really? That came out really pretty.
yeah.
What'd you do
Well,
with the shadows?
the filler
What do
was
you call
brown.
that when you do the furniture?
What'd you use for the shadows, the dark?
I don't remember.
It's not
I
inlaid.
I did this some time ago, actually.
Like in the Victorian days when they did that, yeah. One of the guys in my room out in Granbury, does that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
I'll think of it in a minute, I'm sure.
It won't take me longer than that.
All right.
Well, I don't get to go to shows I choose not to go to shows anymore on account of bill carrying stuff. I don't want him to do that.
Yeah.
So I have my stuff in the senior center. We have a gift shop, probably twice as big as that stage up there. Unfortunately, we have we started with 29 people 20 years ago. We're down to 9 people. Most of them have died and whatever. But when I did my inventory this year, it is just amazing how much stuff has gotten stolen out of there. People come in, and if the others don't watch them, I guess they just walk right out with it. I don't know. But I'm getting so tired of that, I'm almost gonna quit.
Okay. So this is my latest Intarsia piece.
That'd be pretty.
So,
What is that?
Intar,
Oh, that's pretty.
that's my latest one.
Turn it around. Ooh, is that, what's that called? The flower?
Easter lily. Easter lily.
What's that white wood?
I don't remember the name
White
of it.
wood?
Yeah.
Not maple?
Paul has a contact someplace and he orders it from them and I can't remember. Anyway,
It's real easy to cut, might be basswood.
no, it's not bass. I don't use basswood for this at all.
Because it's too soft.
All right, now this is something that's a little funny story that I invented for myself. You see all of these pieces here. They're all able to hang on the wall. So, suppose you have a wall that's empty and you want to put something in it. So you take one of these and the stars and invent a picture up on the wall with just these little guys. So, and then down at the bottom, if you want to, you can have your geese walking along the bottom of your wall.
This is kind of do it yourself.
Just making a picture out of the wall.
Yeah.
What you ought to do you go to shows?
Sometimes, yeah.
What you ought to do then is take a picture of that on the wall to show people what you can really do with it.
But you can arrange it in a way to suit you. And I put, these are, they're all to hang, however you want to do them, or you could do them like that. Just however you want to invent your wall to suit yourself. I don't know
Good
where
idea.
Huh?
It's a good idea.
I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden I was looking at a book and they said, okay, blah. This is all out of the same book. I'm not through with that book yet either. But there's, you can make your geese walking along, put your clouds wherever you want it, put a rainbow. however you want it.
How did you do the rainbow? Is that all in different pieces?
No, it's
Or-
just painted.
Oh, okay.
I just cut it this shape and painted it. And then put a hanger on the back. So that's a do-it-yourself wall.
Wall not included?
Well, you should, I don't have a wall in my house empty enough to put that on there.
I had a lady at a
You
show
know,
one
don't
time, she told me, she said, I don't have no wall space left to put anything. I said, well, I can build you a wall.
Well, I've got every inch of my wall in every room full of stuff. My kids are
I
gonna
have
have,
heads.
my kids are gonna have fun when,
God.
She must have been in her 80s.
the trouble is they know it.
Here, my boots, she looked around.
I have deer, antelope.
Oh, you've
Elk.
seen my wall. All right, anything
My son
else?
cracking up laughing right
Uh,
there.
Then we'll start the
Who
demo.
did the turtle?
That gentleman, he just left.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
He talked about him, but he was saying you could come up and look at him.
We have one other thing we didn't discuss. What is the demo for next month?
Two. Who want?
Everybody holler at one time.
I think Bobby should do a demo.
He's not here.
Make him come back again so I see him more than once a year.
All in favor, say aye.
Yes. Would you like to do a demo on Bobby?
I got 2 shows next month.
Oh.
Okay. What else is new?
Well, I got 2 the next month, but after that, I don't have any for a while.
So, where are you going next month?
I'm going to, that town, but it starts with A.
Argyle?
Yeah, between, before you get to Weatherford, is that Argyle? No, Argyle?
Oh, you're on the other side. I'm on the other side of before than you are. Argyle, I think.
Okay, I'm going there. I know where it's at, I don't know what it's
I've
called,
heard
but I
they'll
know
pay
where I'm
almost.
going. It's a high school, okay?
I've heard they'll pay almost anything in Argyle.
I've never been there before, so we'll see. And then, I'm going to Funky Finds.
What?
Funky Finds at the
Funky Finds
Will
down
Rogers
in
Auditorium.
Will Rogers area and what down there. I've never done that. And, I put in for it and I thought I was accepted. And then I got an email last week. She says, I had 2 cancellations, so you're accepted. I said, well, I thought I already was. But I didn't send her no money then, till then, I thought I had already done it, but.
So do we
Now,
have a?
Paul's done that, Paul Benson's done
Has he?
Funky Finds, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll see. People told me I need to go down there. That's why I went down there. I had like 3 people tell me, do you do Funky Finds? I said, I don't even know what that is, but.
Guess what? You're gonna do the demo next
We
month.
voted you in.
We voted you in.
You can thank your bladder for that.
Does your son
You
still
can
go
thank your
with you,
bladder for
Bobby?
that. You're gonna do the demo next month. We
Oh,
voted
yeah.
you in, yes.
Okay.
Bobby, does your son still go with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
He would almost have to as much stuff.
How to
he
pack
had.
Well, he
goods in
cuts out some
Walmart bags.
things,
There you go.
so he gets free rent, and then,
So he cuts too, I wonder where.
yeah, he cuts certain things, he cuts football helmets.
Mhm.
Do we have a demo for next month?
Yes, he volunteered. He said,
Like I
okay.
said, I want to show you how to pack your goods in a Walmart bag.
Suits me,
Boxes of those.
suits me.
I could
So,
use you at my show.
That's one item per bag.
all right.
Oh, no, we got to make it harder. We'll put 10 or 12 in the bag.
They'll tear. They're plastic.
Okay, well, y'all let me know if you think of anything that we can talk about next month.
For a demo.
And it will go back to the last Saturday next month. It
Okay.
was just his first 2 months they needed the room on our Saturday.
Okay.
So, now,
Bring cake and ice cream because my birthday's
So
Sunday.
what date is next
Your
month?
birthday's Sunday in March?
After, yeah,
Oh, okay.
after the meetings on
Okay, what was the question?
Okay, the March meeting will be on, hold on,
You got it?
30.
And hold on.
Yeah, on the 30th.
Oh, it's 40.
So it is the last.
yeah.
Yeah, the last Saturday.
Five Saturday.
Yeah, in March.
All right, so, we're gonna hold the idea of a demo until somebody says something. Right now, we have nothing.
I thought somebody was gonna do a demo.
What?
You.
No, I mean before.
No, I don't know. I don't recall
Evidently,
it.
they're not here.
I think it was the new guy.
Dave, what was he gonna do?
I can't remember.
Well, Kirk's supposed to do one today.
Yeah, you-
And Kirk, I have to leave.
That's
I have a
okay.
high school reunion to go
That's
to,
okay.
and you know.
That's the beauty of having this. You could go do the replay.
Okay, that is what I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you put this on YouTube or anything?
Yes.
Yes.
It's live right now.
Okay.
And you can go later and look at it
Yes.
in the club meetings.
Yes.
What do we look up though?
Yeah, what do you look up?
What is it?
DFW Scrollers.
Gee.
And usually we put in.
But it is on YouTube.
I'll send the link.
But it's YouTube?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been out there and looked at them.
What is it called?
Just
DFW
just search on
Scrollers.
DFW Scrollers.
Then I'll take it.
And when you say YouTube, what does that mean?
It's an app on your phone.
DFW Scrollers?
Yeah. So you go on
And,
yes, do a search on DFW Scrollers. Hit go then click on videos.
Videos, got it.
Yes.
so it takes about.
I'm not surprised she asked him.
Okay, can you put that on my
I
phone?
don't have the app on there. You just call it up.
No, I don't know anything about it. so-
Okay, can we wait and do that? Can we wait and do that in a minute?
Yeah, we will. We'll wait.
Club,
I
we,
seldom
I
buy.
still wanna get business done in the club meeting.
If I go
Huh?
to some show or something, I might.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Well, we gotta have our demo.
Demo.
Oh,
We're going next to our demo.
do you need me to do the video?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna. There's a camera I got. I'm gonna try it out
Oh,
for the
okay.
first time. That's this one over here. So I'm not sure how it'll work. If I do this, it's supposed to.
Oh, it's supposed to come find you?
Yeah, it's supposed to follow me.
It's supposed to follow you?
Okay.
Then there's a shot.
Okay, there you go. So now it's following me.
It's a lady.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's wild. To get my stuff out of your way.
No, you're fine.
Is that a Seco drill?
Yes, Seco. So when I first started doing scroll sewing, I saw someone at a flea market, and this guy was cutting names out in wood. So I looked at it, I said, you know what, I think I could do that. Let me give it a try. So I saw the brand. All I remember was this thing was yellow, and I couldn't remember the name. I was like, is it a DeWalt? So I went back to the hotel. I was in Florida, in Kissimmee, Florida, and then I kind of slightly remembered the name of the machine. So I just put in Delta. No, it wasn't Delta. It was a DeWalt, and I was like, okay, it was yellow. So I saw the yellow machine. I was like, that's the machine the guy used. And so what I did is I bought one, and I started cutting, and it looked terrible. I tried a couple of months, and it just looked terrible. I was cutting from a thin wood, and then I sold the machine. And then a couple of years later, it still bothered me. So you know what? I got to try this again. So I ended up buying an RBI Hawk, and I used pine wood, and then, the first thing I tried to cut out was my name. So after about 2 tries, it came out well. And then I started searching on the internet, and I saw that there were some templates that I could use, because before I was putting the names in a computer using Word, increasing the font, and then I tried to start doing the cuts. And then I noticed that on Seco that they had all these different templates. So I went ahead little by little, and I bought different sizes. I mean, you can still do these on a computer, but it's just so easy to have, the different stencils, different templates. You can make keychains out of them. Like I did my name, And somewhere along the line, well, I have my keys. My keys are somewhere around there. Well, it's in my pocket. Let me see if I could grab it. I know the camera's gonna follow me.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I moved a little bit too fast.
That's funny.
Okay. All right, so I did my name and somewhere.
Now it's locked on her. It's locked on her.
Okay, I think the camera moved just a little bit too.
How do you seal it off?
There we go. So now it's back to follow me. So what you can do is you can just like maybe like cut in initials, you know, out of different plywoods, and just cut out your letter, make keychains.
We're recording, guys. We're recording.
Yeah, and they're fairly easy to use. You could just you know, you just lay the templates on a piece of paper, and you know, you just run the pen across the letters. So that's B. And what you can do, you can either cut the wood out without having like a little platform like I did here, or if you want, you can just cut out a base. What I normally do is like I'll just use the bottom of the template itself, and I'll just you know, come around a little bit here and start making a base, and just have the letters rest on the base. So let me just draw it like this. I'm gonna make the simplest name. I think if I just do Bob, it's easy. Okay, so I line it up, and now I'm gonna just make a name and have it sit on a base. Or you could just make the name and let it stay, keep it as a standalone. So this is Bob.
That's forward or backwards.
There you
You
go.
spell it forwards or backwards.
Hmm?
Bob, spell it forwards or backwards.
I heard that on a show someday,
Did you?
recently.
Okay, so so there you have it. It's Bob. So now when you're cutting out the letters, you know, when you have to get the inside cuts, I use you can either use a regular hand drill, but it's kind of hard to keep that hand drill on a nice straight path. So I just use this little this tool from Seco. This is the old one. I think they have the newer one, the newer model. And that's basically it. And they have like different, if you don't want the letters to fall out, you can do, I forgot what they call.
Stencil?
It's just a stencil, but it's not, you know, it's not like a block. They're more like, I think inside cuts or something like that. So the pieces fall out, but the letters stay in place. And you could just, you know, create, just like you see the way the stencil is, you can do the same thing and just have, cut out the letters. You can have like a word going in a semicircle, or full circle, and maybe like cut a picture in. And there's like a hole right here. You can stick a pin inside the wood just to keep it steady and keep it in a perfect circle.
Oh, that's cool. Now, what is that little machine?
Oh, this is, you know, when you want to get the little inside cuts, I just, yeah, it's a drill. So it's laid this here, and it's just like a drill press. It keeps it keeps the drill bit straight, so you could just cut straight through and put your blade through.
Yeah, I bought one.
Yeah, so and it keeps it straight. So rather than using like a hand drill, sometimes I may use a hand drill and I'll cut it, you know, on an angle by mistake. And you know, when you want to put your blades in, you want that hole to be straight.
16 drill bit in it.
And you have different size drill bits that you can
The
use.
new one's supposed to have better power, right?
I think so.
I bought one of the original ones.
Yeah, this is the
Real slow.
yeah, this is one of the original ones. I mean, I've seen the new one, but I haven't used it or seen it in action. Yeah, and this is the plug. This is the plug for it.
Drill your holes.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing a big picture. Yeah. And you have holes out in the middle of it
Now,
that you
you
can't
said
get on a
you
regular.
started
floor
off
plan.
using computer fonts.
You put that
Yes.
in the
What was wrong with
straight
that?
up.
Okay, so the thing about using the computer fonts, you know, on a computer when you type the words, there's like they're like spaces, and then there's a trick you have to use to bring the letters closer together. I think you have to do like Control D and the back arrow or something like that. And
I had Corel Draw, and I can do just about.
yeah, you can use Corel Draw. At the time, I didn't have any programs, so I was just doing it in Microsoft Word. And there used to be a tool that they came out with years ago, but that company went out of business, so that software wasn't compatible with the newer versions of Windows.
Corel Draw's great, it's just expensive.
Yeah. So then I just went back, the old school way of just using templates.
What's the price on those templates?
They range in different prices. Some of them are like $29, $34. I've got the book. Let's see.
Do they still sell those?
Yes, they still sell, for the most part, they still sell some of them, but not all. So they range from $39, $19, $12, $15. So they have,
From Seiko?
yes, from Seiko. They have specific ones. So the ones for the keychains, they're really small. So yeah, so these are the fonts for your keychain. Yeah, and those are the nifty things. I mean, you could, at a show, craft show, you could, make a keychain on the spot.
I like that round one.
Oh yeah, the round one is really nice. And the thing is, they don't. I don't know if they sell the round ones anymore. This is one of the old booklets that they sold a long time ago that I kept on. And they used to have a video that shows you how to make signs, and back then it was just we were using VHS, the tapes, and my tape got chewed up inside the machine, and I threw it away, and I wanted to go back and buy it, and I was just too lazy, and like years went by, and then when I went back on their website, they no longer sold it. And I've been trying to search on the internet to see if I could find the old video, but no one seems to have a copy. But these are nice little, nifty things, personalized items that you can sell at craft shows. And, like I said, this is how I got started with the scrolls, with doing scroll saw work, and then I moved on to portraits, and then, different shapes and animals and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's basically it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, I'll go by the camera and see if I can stop it from following me now.
And that's the new drill that Seiko?
No, this is the original. This is the original one.
I thought it, because I've got the original one too.
I took and put mine on actually
It's
on
still
the hard drive.
following you.
Oh yes.
Get out and give it to me.
And then
My stuff up, but I'm not getting in the camera.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, you're fine. You can get in the camera. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
You're welcome.
They won't, sometimes I have to beat on it to get it to work.
I think you're getting it cheaper.
Is that it?
You understand
That's
that?
it, yeah.
You understand? Thank you.
I go get up?
No, do you understand how to get the